What's up, guys? We're here with Millennial TCG. We're here with James. Twisted. James, what'd you do this weekend?
So I topped the PPG event, the 25K and the 5K. Basically, I started off 4-0. I lost 2 in a row, unfortunately, but then I won out to get 7-2. And lucky me, we squeezed into 16th. The top was
16.
Dude, when I saw that,
What a sweat!
I was so happy.
What a sweat!
Unfortunately, lost in the top 16 to an Aurelia deck. I'm gonna be honest. I had the cards to win. I just didn't have the experience. Most of my testings with my friends. I'm not really on online player at all. I just like playing in real life. I love shuffling cards. So unfortunately, I need to find someone that shuffles Aurelia cards with me so I can get that matchup down. Because I lost to it in the Swiss and I lost it in the top cut. So it was a little unfortunate. I actually recorded the match that I'll be posting eventually. But yeah, I made a big mistake. I ran in a Nocturne into a Ride the Wind Draven just to, the Audacious, the purple guy, just to auto lose the game on the spot. If I just would have moved in as a team, I would have been fine. But still happy with my results. Then day 2, we went to the 5K right away after I lost. I basically went X2 in that, made 7th place, played Bobby. Just scooped it up to him. He ended up taking the event down. So that was really good. We made a lot of money, and yeah, I'm just gonna show you my deck and basically my matchups that I went through.
So what'd you play?
I played Miracle Draven.
You must be playing Detonate and Treasure Trove then.
No, I'm playing the old Miracle Draven. I'm playing basically just unit heavy. I think they like to call it dude maxing. Basically, you just throw in every single dude in your deck that has like a lot of power. So, Razas, Battering Rams, Nocturnes, all that stuff. I actually started playing this deck as soon as the Italian guy won the event in Bologna, the proxy tournament. And I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player at heart, and I love those kind of decks. I feel like this deck is like very my style, drawing cards, comboing off, putting crazy boards that can't be dealt with.
Yeah, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. This is 2026 Yu-Gi-Oh in a format where decks look a lot like 2000s Magic. So
yeah, like this deck, like a lot of people don't like it because you go to time a lot. Like I've been playing Yu-Gi-Oh like all my life, and this is no different. I play super fast, and I don't have that time issue. I feel like I just picked up the deck, and it's a very hard deck to play. It took me a little bit to get used to it, but once you get the hang of it, I feel like a lot of the plays are always the same. So you can just like spend a lot of your time doing the autopilot stuff, and then you do have like 1 or 2 turns where you have to like think, am I going to hold here? Am I not going to hold here? Mm-hmm. But if you play this deck fast and you're very comfortable with it, I don't think time should be that much of an issue.
Yeah, and I think like this deck is really, really powerful in Top Cut when there's like no more time limit and you are able to actually think about your plays like even like a little bit more. And I think that's like a huge advantage for the Miracle list.
Yeah,
sure.
When I got to Top Cut, it took an hour and a half. So I was just like writing down every single card. Yeah. I'm like, oh, what am I going to draw next turn? Oh, what am I going to draw the turn after that?
Like a totally different game once there's no time.
In
limit.
Swiss, I'm just like, called shot, battering ram, stack deck, Ezreal. I'm just like winging in and
hope
just
that what you need's on top
like
of the deck.
put a bunch of stuff on the board. Okay, your turn. I'm not really thinking too much because like you don't have the time to. Yeah. And even if like to play the deck at the max potential, it takes a lot of time. It's like chess. If you have like 6 hours to play your match, you're gonna play insane. But if you have like 20 minutes in like a blitz or something, you're gonna make a little bit of mistakes. So like in Swiss, you play blitz, and then in Top Cut you play classical.
That's absolutely true. That is very true. Yeah, that's true. All right. So you want to get to the list?
Yeah, I'll get into the list. We only play for our 2-drop minions, just the merchants. Let me put it the other way. I was playing like the original list, and it had like 2 Overzealous fans, the 3 treasure hunters. But as I was like testing more and more, I'm like those cards are only good on turn 1. Overzealous is like decent late game with like last rites and stuff, but like as you'll see, we cut the last rites because it's just like not needed in like the Miracle matchups. It's only needed versus like the slower decks. Yeah, so like we just play 3 merchants. It's not that bad because even if you do miss your 2-drop, it's like you're playing like a deck that you're trying to combo off on like turn 3 every time. So like missing a 2-drop is you're getting behind in points, but really with Miracle, it's like a blessing to get this guy. Like if you don't get it, it's fine. If you do get it, it's like the game is even easier, but it's not needed.
Yeah, like what's your like how much does your win rate go up, you find, when you like pass your turn one versus when you're able to slam down a traveling merchant? Like does that really help your game quite a bit?
I want to say like I'm not saying it's like that much, but maybe like 15%, 10,
Yeah.
10, 15. Like it's nice. Like you get this guy, you have scrap people in hand. You know, you have like you can discard like your bad draws. You get more
to,
draws.
like,
You get
stack
more
your
points.
trash more. You get to see more cards.
But and then even versus Draven, for example, like if you start off this guy, and then like they play a guy and you go in and score a point, like you can't really put your Draven on top of this because you can just get blown out by so many things.
Yeah.
So you're actually giving them a draw for like a point, which is like okay, like points are good, but like yeah, I would say like
it's really good on the reverse row game.
I'd say. If I miss this, I'm not sad. Like I'm not like, oh, I missed my 2 draw. It's like with Miracle, it doesn't matter. When you go second, you have Obelisk. It doesn't matter. I actually side these guys out, so it's like, yeah, no, like this is all you need. This is all you need. Yeah. Then we played the best unit in the deck, Ezreal. This guy is absolutely crazy. So when you're going first, you're playing this guy turn 3, and when you're going second, you're playing this guy.
You mean
like on your 6 energy turn?
Oh yes, exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Turn 3, and then on your when you're going second, you're playing this guy turn 1, because you start with 3, you play Ezreal, even if you don't have Seal. I mean, if you have Seal, like godlike. If you don't, you just play it. You go down to 4, and then it's like you're playing first now, right? Next turn you get 4, you play Draven. Next turn you combo off. This deck always combos off on turn 3, like always. If you don't, it means because you bricked, and then you try to turn off, go off turn 4. Yeah. I mean, if you don't go off at all, you're gonna lose, but. This deck is very consistent. You have so much draw engine in this deck with like stack decks, called shots, traveling merchant, scrap use. You'll see after. But yeah, this guy is your best turn 1 play. Even better than merchant usually. Like when you're going second, because you just get the 3 energy down. You get the draws. You discard scrap heap, you draw 3. Just incredible card, and lets you play call shot and all that stuff for cheaper. Then for the dudes. We'll go with the utility dude first, which is Fizz. Fizz is like kind of like a mid-game card in the sense where you don't really want to play this guy if you don't have to early. The only time I play this guy early is when I do stack deck, and then next turn I'm still bricked, so I go Fizz stack deck. Yeah. You don't really want to play this guy with like a call shot that much, unless you have like Ezreal and Seals in play. Like if I have triple Seals, Ezreal in play, yeah, obviously like this guy with call shot's insane. But like in the early game, like there's sometimes where you just like play like a stack deck turn 1, play like a Draven turn 2. You can't really combo off turn 3, so you're like, okay, I'll get rid of 1 rune, play Fizz, stack deck, and then next turn try to like combo off. Late game, he's incredible. This guy has like, you look at your graveyard, it's like 30 cards. You're like, what do I want to do? You can do like anything with this guy, especially when you have like multiple Seals up. He's really good when you have like 2 or 3 Seals, which you happen to have very often. And just like a utility card, and it's a body. It's just like a very solid card that I think 2 is the perfect number. Then for the dudes, we'll start off with Raza. He's like your late game dude. He's usually your turn 4 play, because turn 3 you're playing battering rams. So yeah, I'll put them out. I'll just put them out because these cards are very, very similar, but very different at the same time. So then you have your 3 Nocturnes. So yeah, basically this guy you're playing on turn 4 usually, because turn 3 you combo off, you make a play, then you'll usually have around 10 cards in the yard after. This guy's like your turn 3 pop-off card, where you go like Ezreal, Seal, stack deck, called shot, play like 1 or 2 battering rams, which is like exactly where you want to be. Yeah. And then Nocturne is just there. Whenever he's there, honestly, he shows up sometimes, he doesn't show up sometimes.
Sometimes he's in your hand, he's not where you want him to be.
No, like, and what's really good is because since we start Zon Warrens, and we have Ezreal in our deck, and we have Merchant in our deck, like drawing Nocturne sucks ass. I'm not gonna lie, but like the fact that you just get it for free, because when I say free, when you like stack deck and you get Nocturne, you're taking a card and you're taking Nocturne, so you're getting a free body, like literally free. Like you have to pay a power, which is like not that bad in this deck. Like I've gone down to like 2-3 power so many times. Don't even think about it. Just when you hit the Nocturne, just play it. Don't even think about it. A lot of people don't know actually that you can actually get rid of red runes, like Fury runes, to play them. Like everyone thinks it's a purple rune, but it's actually like a colorless rune. You can play any kind of power to play them, which is ridiculous. So like you can just play like your red ones, which is really nice. The ganking is actually really real on this card because you can like stack a battlefield, put out like a fight or flight, and if you have like 2 Nocturne with like a flight or flight, they stack the other battlefield. You go like flight or flight your own Raza, it gets readied, and then you just like go in with like Raza and like 2 Nocturnes, and you're like literally hitting for like 15 or like 14.
Or you're able to just gank over with this guy and then send everyone else back. You know, you can like just like minimally commit with this and then be able to like keep all your guys back, which is really strong.
Yeah, and it gets you to like boards or like you're not supposed to have on turn 3. Like you're not supposed to have double battering ram, double Nocturne like on turn 3. It's just like you get those kind of draws and you just auto win. That's why I play 3. I know like some players like Prismaticism and Colin, and they only like 1 or 2. They say like that's not inconsistent. I'm telling you, man, I topped the 25k and the 5k. This guy's like one of the best cards in my deck. I would never play less than 3. I'd probably even play 4 if I had it. If I can play 4, I'd play 4. I don't know about 5.
Would you play 5? Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Like I'd have to like put some more discards in my deck for sure. But
maybe the Candlelit Sanctum would have to be you go first.
Yeah, like slide in 3 more Nocturnes going second. Going first. Last 2 guys, Noxious. He's like the worst card in my deck, but he's needed kind of because he just like fits in, right? Like if you don't have like battering ram and then like you do like a play and you like play a Noxious, it's fine. He's a dude. He's 4. He only costs 2. I only play 2 because of the space. Like but if there's like let's say like 2 cards are like really good for the Miracle deck, maybe I'd like cut the 2 Noxious for those 2 cards. But still like a solid card. It's a dude that's 4, and you just like weave him in when you have like you don't really like plan to play this guy, but like sometimes you just do your turn, you have like 2 mana left, and you're just like, yeah, okay, I'll play Noxious, go. You know?
Yeah. Like what I see like very often is like you'll have like 3 energy left and or like 4 energy left, and you're just like Noxious, battering ram, and I'm like, oh god, like that is a lot of might.
He just adds on to the might, like just like there's no like play with this guy. You can like play him like stack deck turn 2 with like instead of Ezreal. Like, he just like fills in your curve. Like that's what he fills in your curve.
Yeah.
So that's all for the units. Then for the engine pieces, when I say engine, I mean like the cards that make your deck run. You have these cards. These are like your best cards by far. So Cult Shot, getting banned, best card in the deck. It's the reason why the deck is a deck. Costs 0, makes your battering rams cost less, makes your like just draws you cards, and like you see 4 cards and you take 2. I'd say the hardest part of this card is like when you see 2 really good cards and you're like, damn, what do I take? If you hit Nocturne with this card and something else, it's like not fair. I've like hit like double Nocturne with like 1 Cult Shot before, like Nocturne something. It's like those games are just free. Like you just have too much on the board. They can't deal with it, which is why the Miracle deck is really broken. You just get like boards that are just you just can't deal with them.
Do you want to kind of go over like what cards you're actually trying to see and in what position with the Cult Shots with the stack deck? I feel like that's the part of the deck that people struggle the most with is like they'll like pass on like a battering ram when actually they really needed that battering ram, but they see like an Ezreal or like they see a Fizz. Like what cards are you looking for? Like what kind of hands are you trying to build with these cards?
So the hands that you're trying to build with this cards, it's like turn 3 you're trying to pop off every time.
Yeah.
You're trying to go like Merchant turn 1, Draven turn 2, pop off turn 3. And so when you pop off, you always want to start with Ezreal. Like let's say like perfect scenario, God Hand, Ezreal, Seal, Ezreal, Cult Shot, then stack deck, double battering ram. Like that would be the best. Like you're just trying to get battering rams turn 3 every single time. When you're playing Cult Shot, let's say you see like another Cult Shot and a Seal, you have to like look at your hand and see how much power you have.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of power, you have to take Seal over Cult Shot. It sucks because like Cult Shot's the best, but Seal allows you to like play the game and keep a lot of runes. And if you have a lot of runes, you have a lot of plays. That's the thing with this deck. Like Seals is like your gas. It's like if you have Seals in play, you're just doing anything you want. Imagine you have like double Seals in play with like an Ezreal. You can go like Fizz Cult Shot and it costs you 0 energy. That's like not fair. So I would say you're looking for Seals. Like Seal is like it's so important. Like this card is so important.
Yeah.
I'd take this over a stack deck. I'd probably take this over a battering ram. I'd probably take this over a Cult Shot. Unless like my hand is brick and I really need to like draw some cards, like I'll have to be like, okay, like I can't seal this game. I'm gonna do like a low power game, take the Cult Shot, recycle like my runes instead. But yeah, it's like it's kind of hard to make like a guide on it because it's so dependent on your hand, and I think that's what makes the deck hard. Is that you have to make different plays depending on your hand. If you have a heavy power hand, you have to take seals. If you have like a low draw hand, you have to take draw. Like your deck, you need to be playing the game every single turn. You need to be doing stuff, and it's like every hand you have is different with this deck, which I think that's some of the stuff that makes the deck like very difficult.
Yeah, I think contrary to popular belief, like this Miracle list is actually not cycling through its deck and getting to the second cycle that often, like especially in the faster matchups. So those choices of like what you're putting to the bottom, like you may never see that card that you put, to the bottom again. Whereas in the other version, you will see it again at like a little bit faster. So you have to be really good with your decision making with these called shots and stack decks, because it's not like you're always going to be getting to the bottom of.
No, I would say in the Draven mid range matchup, you're never getting to the bottom. You're getting to the bottom versus the Ezreals, the Kaisas, the Aurelias. Those are the decks that you're getting to the bottom, and you can recycle your deck. I would say versus mid range Draven, the game is over before one cycle.
Yeah.
So, if you guys have any questions about like that I'm not answering, because I know there's like a lot to this Miracle deck, just ask in the comments. I'll gladly answer. Then we have 3 Scrap Heaves. Love this card. I see some people playing 2. It makes no sense. I don't understand. Like, you have Zon Warren's game 1. Like, you're never sad to see this card. Like, ever. You draw it, you pitch it to Zon Warren's, you draw 2. This is kind of like a stack deck called shot kind of card. It's like a Pot of Greed in some sense. If you played Yu-Gi-Oh, draw 2 cards. Like, this card always draws 2 off Merchant. When you pitch this off Ezreal, you draw 3. Play it Ezreal and pitch a Scrap Heave. You'll be laughing. It's like, the first time you Scrap Heave with Ezreal, you can't help but smile. That's how good it feels. Like, just drawing 3 cards it's just like something that you shouldn't be able to do in Ripbound on turn 2 or turn 1. Like, I'll go second. I'll open up Ezreal, Seal, Scrap Heap sometimes. It just feels like you win the game on turn 1. You just play Ezreal, Seal, Scrap Heap, draw 3. Crazy card. I never side this card out ever. Sometimes you brick and you have to just like play it and draw a card. 2 mana, draw a card. Not the worst, but doesn't feel great. Obviously, you just want to always discard this card when you can. Then we played 3 Flight or Flight. These are my interaction cards. This card is ridiculous. Like, it's a hidden card. Late game, it's busted when you like try to go for a hold. You can like hide 2 and keep 1 open. Like, never had sad to see this card. Versus Aurelia, they play Dreaming Tree. So you can like Flight or Flight your guys to draw a card after you go into the Dreaming Tree. In the mirror match, versus mid-range Draven in the mirror match, it's just like awesome card. Best 2 mana interaction there is. So free, no power cost. Yeah, just like this card is just not fair. It's just ridiculously good. I would never play less than 3. I hardly side it out. Only side it out versus like Ezreal and Kaisa and stuff like that. Even versus Aurelia, I keep all 3 now, just because of the interaction where I just go in, go out.
And also Vex.
Yeah, like, you just want to go in, go out with this card a lot. Like, just don't give your opponent draws. Don't give your opponent Vex. Don't give your opponent, like, free combats. Protect your guys. And, yeah, just, like, very solid card. Then we have the one-offs. You only play 1 of each because you don't want to see multiples. These are all situational in their own sense. Start with the Hard Bargain. I love this card main deck. This card is usually played aggressively. When you're trying to make, like, a push and you have a Hard Bargain in hand, nothing could go wrong. So you can use the minimal amount of resources to make a play. They play something, you're just like, Hard Bargain that. I don't know why, but for some reason, every time I play against like decks that play Singularity, like Kaisa and Ezreal, I kind of just like make a board that like plays right into a Singularity. I keep 2 mana open, and I always get Singularity, and I'm just like, game 1 Hard Bargain, and it's just like, the game's over. Like, they just paid 6, and I keep my 2 guys. Like, you just win. I love this card. I think this card is, like, insane. I wanted to put a second one in the sideboard, but I had one, but it's just no space, and you draw your whole deck, like, very often, so, like...
Yeah, 2 gets very clunky in this list.
Yeah, if you have 2 in your hand, it's like, it's a brick, right? You want to be doing stuff. So, like, 1 was perfect. Probably one of the best cards. Then you have Rebuke. I only played 1. Played 1 on the board also. Just like another card that, like, versus Aurelia, you can, if you like get them down to like 0-0 and your last card's Rebuke and they don't have the mana to do the not so fast, it's amazing. In the mirror match, it's just like amazing to put like any kind of power back to like win a trade versus mid-range Draven. I'm doing it on like Forerunners. I'm doing it on Draven. I'm doing it on Darius's. You know, it's just like a tempo card that's like, it's good. It does cost double purple, which you have seal sometimes, but the way the deck works is that you use all your like seal mana to like draw cards, and then you actually have to pay the 2 usually. But just like a very solid card, and yeah, you need one in the main deck for sure. Then we have the Piercing Light. Love this over Falling Star.
Last minute addition. Well, last minute re-edition, I would say.
Yeah, I had taken this card out because I didn't like it, and then I put it back in, and I hit a Kaisa and a Draven, and I'm just like, thank God I put this card in, because I wouldn't dice roll a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty lucky. And when you go first, this card's actually kind of useless. But when you go second and they start to tempo you out, and you just have like a Piercing Light to get the board, and then the game gets easy because now you just ruin their whole board. Like you basically get rid of 2 turns of tempo for 1 card.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of applications with Ezreal. Like you can reduce the power cost or the energy cost when you have Ezreal, and the more Ezreals you have, the more reduction it gets. Like you can literally reduce this card by 3, so you can reduce it to 2 energy, 1 power to do both effects if you have 3 Ezreals. And obviously like less and less as you get less, but no, just a crazy card. You always see it because you draw your whole deck, and you'll always find a use for it. I cited out versus a lot of different matchups, but since Draven's the meta, it's really good to have one in the main deck.
And why Piercing Light over Falling Star?
It's just for the value. Like this card is getting rid of 8 worth of stuff. Like usually Falling Star, when you hit a Kaisa or a Draven, you're only killing 1 thing. This is killing like, you know, like two Kaisas, 2 Dravens. You know, like it's killing like 3 cards if you're like overzealous fan, merchant, stuff like that. It's just like it's higher value, and it has a lot of synergy with Ezreal, which is why I like it way more than Falling Star.
Yeah, and I think what's also good about this card, especially in the Miracle list, is like the opponents that are playing correctly, they don't have the option to like not play into Piercing Light. Like they have to go into a battlefield to like score points versus you. So like you're not really worried about like, oh no, like I won't be able to activate my Piercing Light because he's not going into the battlefield. Like if your opponent's not going into the battlefield and you're playing Miracle, you win the game anyways. And then if he does go into the battlefield and he's pressuring you, then you've got the Piercing Light there too.
Yeah, like
it, so.
You'll find a use for it, and if you don't need it, you can just pitch it off Zon Warrens, off Merchant, off, you know, and
you can fizz it back.
Yeah, and you can fizz it back, which is great. So like early game, you can do it, and then they give you a good Piercing Light. You're just like, okay, fizz, Piercing Light, great card, honestly. Like, yeah, one is perfect. Like it's just like your 1 removal that you can actually find since you're like a Miracle deck.
Did you ever not have the red runes to pay for it?
Yeah, a lot of times I only play 4 red and 8 purple. So like, but the thing is with this deck is like, let's say they do give you like a really good Piercing Light on turn 2 with like a Merchant and like a Draven. Chances are you're gonna have a really good Piercing Light on turn 3.
Yeah. Like
it doesn't really change anything. Like they'll probably go in, go out, and then go in with something else. Then you can just Piercing Light that turn. So like, yeah, like turn 2, you probably won't have the double red to pay it because you only play 4 red. But like even turn 3 is completely fine. Like I didn't really have a problem where I'm like, oh, I'm missing the red. And also if you like start Ezreal, then you only need 1 red because you can reduce the second red with the Ezreal, which is really nice. Yeah. Then we played 1 Spinning Axe. Just a good card that like puts like pressure on your opponent. Like if they know you don't have Spinning Axe, they can make like singularity plays, they can make trades, they can do all that stuff. But even if you have 1 Spinning Axe in your list and you have 2 mana open, they have to respect the Spinning Axe now. Yeah. It's just like, it's not the best card in this deck, but it does like help you like win games with like late game if they like tap power or give like a hard bargain. It's not like Bobby's deck with the Brynjar where you can do like Brynjar Axe a lot. That doesn't happen with this deck usually. But just having like 1 Axe in your deck just gives you like a lot of moments where if your opponent ever slips up, you auto win the game. And it's just a solid card that gives 3 might. And yeah, it's not the best card in this deck, but it's like definitely not the worst.
Yeah, would this be like another flex spot, like along with the Noxus Hopefuls? Like
no, it's a main deckable spot. It's mandatory because of it does something in your deck that your deck doesn't do. Your deck doesn't give, and nothing in my deck gives might besides this card. Yeah. So just having 1 card that gives might gives me that like, oh, I could have Spinning Axe, and I do have Spinning Axe. So are you going to play into it or not? Because I might have it, I might not. And just that application of the deck makes this card very strong. Yeah, that's true. But like by itself, not that strong. But like with everything else, very strong. If that makes sense. Yeah. Last card, just 1 Bushwhack. I was playing 1. I was playing 2. You don't really need this card. A lot of the time, you can just like build up Razes and base and like because you're just trying to like get points let your opponent take back the point and then get like another point, so that like you're getting like a lot of draws, and like draws in your deck are really good because one draw can turn you into like 7 draws with like triple cult shot, triple stack deck, all that stuff. So a lot of the time, if I have an opening hand, I'll just mulligan it, knowing that like, okay, like this game, I'm not having a bushwhack game this game. I'm just gonna like put all my guys in base and make sure that I don't need to do bushwhack. But there are some matchups where like I'll keep this opening hand, like versus Ezreal, for example, where they like, or Kai'Sa, where they like destroy a lot of my guys. I'll do like a turn where I can like bushwhack and then like take both points at the same time, which gives me 2 draws. So this is kind of like draw 2 versus like control decks. But like versus mid-range Draven and stuff, you don't really need this card. It is nice sometimes, and if I do have it, I'll play around it. Also, a lot of the time, Draven decks side, what's the draw for? Temporal draw. I have it in my side deck.
Inverted timelines?
Yeah, inverted timelines. If you like stack up your Razas and you try to go for like a Raza Bushwhack turn and the Draven like it timelines you, like that's terrible. So like after board, I don't even use this card too much because I'm scared of timelines because a lot of people are standing it right now. So I just like play everything in my base to make sure I don't ever get like got by that card. But like very solid card, and if you can actually discard it, and if you need it, you can fizz it back, which is why Fizz is so broken as well.
Yeah, and I think like the reason that Bushwhack is not as important in this list is because you've got the 3 Nocturnes, which can surprise from the other battlefield, and you've also got the 3 Fighter Flights. So like even in those spots where you like hold a battlefield, you're able to get to the other battlefield without necessarily needing like a big Bushwhack Ram Raza play, because you can just go like Nocturne, Fighter Flight, and like still have like quite a bit of might to go to the other side with this list playing the 3 Fighter Flight and the 3 Nocturnes. So.
Yeah, I would say the more you get comfortable playing Miracle, the less you have to rely on Bushwhack. It's
at least in this list,
but it's
obviously
still really
in the
good.
Detonate list, it's
no,
completely
list,
completely different.
Because Detonate list, you cycle through your whole deck, you draw your whole deck again, and then you Bushwhack and play everything in attack. Mm-hmm. Where this is more like you're kind of like a tempo combo deck where you're just like playing big stuff. You're like, okay, like Raza, Battering Ram, Nocturne. Okay, I have 30 might. Your turn. Like I'm not trying to like get the points. Like. And plus, like I can get the points early in the game as well with like merchants and stuff like that. So, very good card. Like if this got banned, for example, my deck would still be broken.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't. I don't need this card. Like this. Like people are like, oh, ban Bushwhack. I'm like it would probably destroy the detonate list. But like, if this card wasn't in my deck and something else was, I still feel like my deck would be like tier 0 or like tier 1. It's like very strong, but not 100% needed. So then. I'll just do the runes quick, get them out. I have 8. I need some more of these. And then 4. I like 8-4 because I want to make sure that I don't brick when you don't have seals. And you have to pay a lot of purple power for like your fizzes and your call shots and stuff. You don't want up too much reds. And 4 red is perfect. I just need to hit like 1 or 2 red for Piercing Light early game. And not even that much when I have Ezreal. I only need like 1 red and like for Draven and stuff. It doesn't come up too often. I also like that I can get rid of this for Nocturne if I have too many reds in play too. I would not go to 7-5. I think 7-5 is too much. You need your purple runes. For the battlefields, game 1, we start Zon Warrens. This card is incredible. Pitch a brick, draw a card. Pitch a scrap heap, draw a card. Pitch a Nocturne, draw a card. Your deck is a combo deck. You need to get Ezreal, Seal, stack deck, Battering Ram. This card does it all. Makes cards go into your yard. Discard a card. Now Raza costs 1 less. Best battlefield. I wish I could play 3 of these.
Yeah, and I'd say something that is probably pretty obvious to some people, but like if your opponent is starting Zon Warrens, game 1, then you know that he's on this list, and if he's starting the Veiled Temple, then you know that he's playing the other list, usually game 1. So you can like plan like accordingly, because you do have to play differently versus this Miracle list than you do versus, let's say, Rosam's, Detonate list, where you want to be a lot more like aggressive. So if you're playing versus this deck and you see Zon Warrens, like you know that he's very likely playing this type of Miracle list.
Yeah, great card, honestly. Like broken, best battlefield by far. Then for going second, after we win game 1, hopefully we play Obelisk, crazy card. We want to do like the same, like if you watch Bobby's deck profile, which we posted at the same time, you kind of want to do the same strategy. You want to play Draven into Forerunner, or like just Draven into combo, because now you have 6, so you can combo turn 2. Just play Draven turn 1, combo turn 2. It's like happens every single time almost. It's so good to play Draven turn 1. Allows you to like style out your merchants and stuff. So now like your hands are just all powerful. You have like no like dead cards. Just really crazy battlefield when going second. Like playing Draven on turn 1 is just like you just always have a play after. It's just incredible. And I like to play Candlelit. I know some players, they play like Targon's Peak. I feel like in my deck, I like to tap out a lot. I don't really care about leaving 2 open. I'm only keeping stuff open near the end of the game to finish it off. And usually when I do keep mana open, I'm keeping like 6 open. Because I like draw my whole deck and then I like keep like double Fight or Flight, Rebuke, Axe open or something like that. Because you don't need to actually do anything on the last turn besides like interaction. And this card just allows me to see what I need early, because I'm starting. So like usually like if I'm lucky, I'll get like a merchant turn 1, and then I go into the Candlelit, and then if you ever hit like a Nocturne off this, it's like not fair. Like, and it just helps you get what you need. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, like Candlelit gives your opponent what they need, like, but like what are they really gonna try to get versus me, like using the Candlelit? I don't know.
I think what we experienced in our testing too when you were playing the Targon's Peak was that some of your matchups that were like more favored, like even the mid-range Draven matchup, they were taking very good advantage of the Targon's Peak versus you. Them being able to like go conquer and then ready 2 runes, and then it kind of stops you from getting back onto the board. I think this card can be used much less by your opponents than something like a Targon's Peak that can actually come back to bite you a little bit.
Yeah, I really don't mind my opponent stacks their deck. Like
Yeah,
I'm like stacking my deck every turn, so it's like, and like the main application for this card is like Nocturne. I play 3 Nocturne, so when you hit Nocturne off this card, it's like drawing a card and playing a unit. Like you draw and play a unit for 1 power. It's ridiculous. It's so strong. I love this card. And for the side deck, so I'll show you these guys first. These guys are boarded in versus everything that's not purple. So like like Jax, Zir, all those decks that are not anything that's not purple. Anything. If you're not purple, this guy's coming in first or second. If you're purple, this guy's only coming in when I'm going second. I play 3 Fight or Flight, so the strategy like we for all the Draven decks basically is turn 1 Draven, turn 2 Forerunner, take the point with like Draven, don't let this get rebuked. Once you have the point, move this in, set a Fight or Flight. Once the Fight or Flight's set, how do you kill this guy? He's just staying,
to deal with.
He's just staying on the battlefield. This with Fight or Flight, oh, rebuke, chain, Fight or Flight. Attack, let it like do something, okay, like Fight or Flight your own guy, draw a card. Like, and then maybe they can rebuke it after, but like even set, so I'm only paying 1 turn of like it's just turn 2. After turn 2, I'm pitching this guy off Ezreal, I'm pitching this guy off everything. So it's like, yeah, you just want this for turn 2 and for like Kai'Sa. Like Kai'Sa's a bad matchup. Ezreal's like bad matchup, but like, when you have like Forerunner that comes in like game 2, those bad matchups actually become easy matchups. This card versus Ezreal and this card versus like Kai'Sa. Like I played so many Kai'Sas, I literally never lost to Kai'Sa after. I've never lost to Kai'Sa because my sideboard, like I'll show you after, I have like 5 cards versus Kai'Sa, 5 cards versus Ezreal, and like those control matchups, I become the control deck after. Not only am I comboing you, but I'm controlling you too. Like so,
that's not fair. You can't have all the fun.
Yeah, that's a miracle. This is my tech. I love this card. It's kind of like Bushwhack, but every turn for 1 guy. So instead of like Bushwhack, it's like triple Raza, go in. This is like mini Bushwhack, but every single turn. You pay 1 red power every single turn now. You have Rush. You have Accelerate, I mean. You're just going in. So like you're playing against Ezreal, they do, I don't know, let's say they go Singularity, kill your guys. Well, now I'm gonna go like, okay, Raza, give it Accelerate, attack, draw a card, get a point. Next turn they kill my guys. Okay, something else, Sundisk, go and get a point. It just allows you to get points very slowly versus those grindy matchups, and in combination with this card, this is where it gets nutty now. Because now you board in both of these cards versus like Kai'Sa and Ezreal. Now you're going like, oh, Raza, give it Accelerate, equip the last rights, go in, bring back another Raza. When you start doing that, those control decks, yeah, they can't deal with that. They can't deal with like Rush, Accelerate, I mean, and then like double guys, and like what are you gonna do? Like just singularity both those, and then like next turn I'm just like I'll even pay four mana for a Nocturne, give it rush, go in, last rites, pay one more power, bring back Raza. It's like incredible, and like you play one of each, but you're playing Miracle, right? So you draw your whole deck, and then you just establish this. You know what actually sucks is when I establish this and they thermal beam me, like when Kaiser's like thermal beam me, but like I think the only one who's doing that to me is Bobby because he played like a lot of Kaiser before Draven, and I was just like doing this every single time, so he started thermal beaming me. But like when I bring this to the event, and you know they haven't played against this at all, they don't know what's coming. So like yeah, there's no thermal beams at all this event. So
yeah,
like,
and I'd say like
just easy.
Kaisa is the only deck that would actually side in thermal beam versus you because it's a bit more of like an efficient card and it matches their control style. I'd say like a mid-range Draven deck like mine that's siding thermal beam is not even going to bring in thermal beam versus you. Like also because you're not really siding in these.
No, I'm not siding this versus mid-range.
And so it's only hitting the seal. So I mean, you're only worried about thermal beam in the Kaisa matchup, and yeah, that could suck, but. Hey, maybe you play a scrap heap that game and get to draw a card when they thermal beam you.
Yeah. Also, Last Rites has other applications in this Raza. Like if you're bricked and you can like bring back Ezreal, draw cards. You can bring back Fizz, like get called shot. Like this card is incredible. This card's just very slow, and you don't need it versus mid-range Draven, which is like going to be like I play like half my games are mid-range Draven this event, so I'm really happy I didn't have it in my main deck. But like this card is like really good versus everything else. I actually even boarded versus Aurelia because in that matchup I realized it's super slow and you're just trying to get value to like get a bunch of guys on the board. So once you have like Last Rites, you're like bringing back like Razas every single turn, and it's just like very, very, very strong. Then we played one Rebuke in the sideboard. I decided this in versus mid-range Draven because now that like we're doing the Forerunner thing, I'm like kind of scared that they're gonna do the Forerunner thing to me. So like if I have like 2 Rebukes and I have like Hard Bargain, like I can stop the Forerunner Fight or Flight play, so I can just go in, Rebuke, they're like Fight or Flight, I go like Hard Bargain. That's really strong. Also, it's just a really strong card versus mid-range Draven to put back like Draven back to hand after the axe it, or anything with an axe or Rebuke, like it's absolutely incredible. Because if they have their axe, like you usually want to do it on your turn, not on their turn, so like the axe falls off and they can't re-equip it, and it's just good against like.
You're siding this in when you're going first versus mid-range Draven, but you're not siding in a second copy when you're going second.
Versus mid-range Draven, I'm siding in going first or second, just because it's just really good. Because mid-range Draven has like a lot of mid-range minions, mid-range units, so like it's really good. I don't mind having 2, but I'm only siding that versus basically Aurelia because they're like a Protect the Queen deck, and then like mid-range Draven. This is not really coming in versus anything else.
Versus like Aurora, I guess.
Yeah, versus Aurora will come in for sure.
That's about it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah.
Then we have a Brynjar. This card, just versus Aurelia. It's kind of hard to play this card because you don't usually have that many runes. So like versus Aurelia, you play like really slow, and you don't like give them any good like trades because if you like give them like if you like stack a battlefield and they like go like a couple of their signature spells and like they kill your whole board, you're gonna lose. So I like play kind of slow versus Aurelia, and then once they like, I'll like make a play where they have to like commit to like my board. They'll like probably kill my board, but I won't commit. Like I'll go like half commit, you know. They'll kill it, and then I'll just go like Brynjar, Rebuke your Aurelia, and the game's over because now they have like no runes because they just broke my board and they have to pay like a lot of power. And it's also really good against Ezreal because Ezreal keeps a lot of runes open late game, and since that matchup's slower, you can like stack up your runes. When you have Brynjar in hand, you kind of want to play a bit slower. Like, let's say I have, like, double Cult Shot, Fizz and stuff. One turn, I'll go, like, Cult Shot with, like, 2 seals. Next turn, I'll go, like, another Cult Shot, 2 seals. Next turn, I'll go, like, Fizz, stack deck. So, like, I won't use my runes as much when I have Brynjar in hand. So I can, like, get to that, like, 6th, 8th rune turn. So, like, yeah, he's a bit slower, but very, really, very, very good versus Aurelia. And, like, that's one of the matchups that I'm scared of against.
You sided in versus the Ezreal matchup as well?
Yeah, side versus Ezreal because normally on the last turn of the game, they're going to have like a Vex on the point with like a bunch of mana open, and they just bring here and yeah, it's like, they're just like, oh, yeah, okay, I lose. Then I played one against the odds. Didn't use this card at all. Didn't play against a single Miracle.
That's crazy.
Just all mid range.
Like 4 or 5.
I played against like all like I played like literally 10 mid range Dravens this event. This is just for the Miracle matchup. I wanted something for Miracle because They're gonna have to make a hold eventually, and if you have this card when they make a hold with like a hard bargain, it's like it's over. Like you have to pair this with hard bargain, or you have to do it when they're tapped out because you don't want to get rebuked or flight or flight. But had it in there just in case I played Miracle. Probably would still keep it in because Miracle, I think it's one of the best decks, if not the best. So yeah, just didn't use it, but wouldn't take it out unless like Miracle doesn't exist, which I don't think it won't unless it gets banned. And then my last card, I put this in last minute. My friend convinced me to put this in. I wasn't too fond on it. I was like, because I wasn't thinking about this card correctly. So this card is insane when you go second, because when you go second, you're on your Obelisk game. You don't have Zon Warrens. You don't have Candlelit. So your Nocturnes, unless you get extremely lucky and hit all your Nocturnes, you're going to be drawing a lot of Nocturnes. And this card allows you to, like, when you get those hands of like Nocturnes, Razas, Battering Rams, and like nothing else, this kind of card is just like good to reset your hand. Like you just play this, discard all your bricks, draw 4 more cards.
Sometimes discard a scrap heap and draw 5, right?
I would say most of the time when you're bricking, you have a scrap heap in hand.
Yeah.
So like this card actually draws 5
really
a
nice.
lot. And the thing is, think about this. If you have 5 bricks in hand, 4 bricks in hand, and you discard all your bricks and draw 5 cards, you're drawing really good cards because you just discarded all your bricks, which means your deck is gas.
Yeah, you also stacked your graveyard for the Rasa, for the Fizz, which is nice.
Yeah, and like you can discard this card off of Ezreal early game if you don't need it, and then you can fizz it back later. Funny story, I played against a Kaisa last round of the tournament. I was 6-2. I had to win to get into the event, to top 16, I mean. He goes Progress Day. I timeline him. Discards his whole hand. Double Bellows, Watchers, Falling Stars, Singularities. I looked at his graveyard. I was like, wow. A couple turns later, he does Progress Day pass. I go Fizz, inverted timelines again. And he discarded like the last of his stuff. All his friends are watching. We're all laughing, having a good time. It's like...
Yeah, he was having a great time.
Yeah.
Getting eliminated.
Yeah. But he was a good sport, honestly.
He was.
He was a good sport. We're just laughing. All his friends are laughing because like you go Progress Day timelines. It's like it was like a perfect thing. I'm like, I am so happy, Garen, that you told me to play this card because...
Shout out Garen.
Yeah, shout out Garen because like I wasn't sold on it, but like yeah, when you brick with this deck, this card's for when you brick. It's like a safety button, right? Get out of free jail card because you have a shit hand. You don't even care if you discard 5 cards to draw 5 cards. You're drawing 5 amazing cards. Like if I have 5 bricks, it means I have no called shots, no stack decks. If I discard 5, draw 5, I'm probably drawing called shots and stack decks. I'm comboing the hell off. And it's just like really good versus like Draven. Sometimes they draw a lot of cards with Reaver's Row, or like not Reaver's Row because I'm signing in it, but like other games. And
yeah, well, something really smart that you had said about the inverted timelines and which is like really, really true is that, you know, when a good player is playing mid-range Draven, they're trying to stack their hand to be like the perfect hand for the end game. Like very often my opponents will be like, wow, he had the Bryn here Rebuke Spinning Axe. But it's like, yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to craft my end game hand to be, right? And so when you're crafting your end game hand to be perfect, and then you invert timelines right before they're about to have their pop-off turn, they're like, wow, like I've been like accumulating this hand of Bryn here, Axe, Rebuke, and I was ready to win the game. And now I have to rely on drawing 4 random cards and hope that it gets me there. And sometimes it doesn't get you there. So this card's also good at just disrupting your opponent's game plan, which is really good. And then also, as you had mentioned, to me, it's really good on the Dreaming Tree game of the Aurelia deck, right? So
yeah, like I might main this card because after playing with this card, I realized that like if you go second and you have this card, it's insane. And if you brick, it's insane. And like yeah, you can like do stuff where you empty your hand and play this after, which is just like a draw 4. It's a very strong card. Honestly, I wasn't high on this card until I played this, and as I was playing this in the tournament, signing it in, I'm like, wow, inverted timelines is like, it's a lot better than it reads. Like it's when I started to play this card, it's like this card's powerful. This card's very like draw 4 is good.
Who would have thought a card that
like
says
draw 4? Yeah, draw 4 is good. Like yeah, discard your hand, your opponent gets 4 cards. You're playing Miracle, double Battering Ram, double Nocturne, triple Raza, 30 Might. Yeah, take 4 cards. You know, it's like it doesn't really matter. And yeah, here are my mech tokens. Look how awesome they are. They're nice. I like these. But yeah, that's pretty much for the deck profile.
Do you have any shout outs?
Yeah, shout outs to Bobby. Me and him, we literally just played at the kitchen table, like just literally like playing against each other. Like I got really good at mid-range Draven because he's playing that. He got really good at Miracle because I was playing that. We learned how to beat each other. We found out the techs to beat each other, and then I would tech to beat what he's teching me with, and he would tech to beat what I was teching him with. So we got like, we didn't realize, but like playing against each other, like destroying each other. Like okay, he starts beating me. Like okay, like the Forerunner fight or flight stuff is like really strong. Let me try to like put hard bargains and stuff to counter that. And then we went to the event, and like we both topped the 5K and the 25K. So like yeah, our testing was like amazing. Like we didn't even know how good we were. Like we're just like playing. Like oh we'll see. We go there. We're super comfortable. We're like playing like first like Dravens and stuff. And I'm not gonna like say it was easy, but like I felt very comfortable playing against like a lot of mid-range Dravens, and like I had so much practice versus mid-range Dravens. I just wish I had a little bit more practice versus Aurelia, so I didn't mess up. So going forward, we're gonna be going to Lille. Obviously, there's going to be a ban list, but I told myself I'm going to play at least 5 matches against the decks that I don't know, so that like I don't like. I feel like when you're playing card games and you feel comfortable, that's when you're at your best. When you know what your game plan is and you know what you're trying to do and you execute your game plan, that's when you can get like a really deep run and do really well.
Yeah, because then you're saving that brain power for like the edge cases instead of like using that brain power to just like figure it out like as you go. Like you're actually using all that time to like think about the actual plays that are going to win you the game versus just like the basic mechanics that you should already know before you get there.
Yeah, and other shout outs. Shout out Millennial TCG. That's our team. Now it's me, Garen, Russell, and Bobby. We're 4 guys from Montreal, so we're all in the same city. We all test. We all been playing. We played all week together. You can expect a lot more content from us going forward. We're going to be bringing you deck profiles, deck techs, spoilers for the new set, decks that we think we're going to play, just all the shebang. Like I think you'll be seeing a lot more of us lately. Shout out to like Garen, Russell, like these guys. They just started playing like not too long ago, and like Garen came 21st place, and he made like 11th place the next day. We all top 16. This is his first card game. Like have a team like this with like players that are like good and you're playing against them and then like able to travel with them and like sing in the car and just eat good food and laugh and be in the hotel room. It just makes the experience so much better. Like the game is fun and the game is just like that much more fun with friends. So I'll just shout out our local Carta Magica. That's where I met everyone there. Amazing local. Shout out all the Montreal community. Like shout out to Victor and Kevin. They just went to Vegas, and they got the best of metal cards for Lux and Arexai. So like we have some really good players in Montreal, and without those guys, me playing against them, I feel like anyone that I played against in Montreal helped me get to what I did today, and I'm really looking forward to the future of Riftbound. Peace.